Coast Guard tape, the splash comes first. A body hitting black water, choking panicked screams. Then silence. 15 minutes later, the same channel crackles. The same man calmly reports engine failure, voice steady, as if he hasn't already drowned. The timestamps don't lie. His boat was upside down when that second call came in. Investigators replayed it for months, trying to catch some trick, some glitch. But all they hear is a man calmly asking for help from the bottom of the ocean. How do you answer a distress call from someone who is already dead? Being stranded should be simple. Car dies, boat stalls, lift stops, you wait, get rescued, complain later. But some people never make it to the complaining part. Their calls end up as evidence, their photos sealed in folders, their stories whispered in training rooms. A highway exit that doesn't exist on any map. A fog at sea that plays your voice back to you before you speak. A desert road where a building never gets closer, no matter how far you walk. A frozen ski lift that still moves on camera after the power is shut down. Why do all their voices repeat the same warning? The first story starts on a winter highway after midnight. Ethan, 23, is driving through the mountains, the world reduced to his headlights and falling snow. The dashboard glow flickers, dies, and with it, the comforting illusion that machines don't just stop. The engine coughs and gives up, the car rolling to a dead halt between two endless mile markers. No cell signal, no other cars. Just his hazard lights blinking red against tall snowbanks and a distant exit ramp curving toward a small cluster of yellow lights. A gas station, maybe a diner. Warmth, coffee, people, safety. All he has to do is walk. Ethan locks the car and starts toward the exit. His boots crunch loud on the hard-packed snow, breath hanging in the air like ghosts. He keeps his eyes on that gas station sign, the rectangle of the building. It never gets any closer. After 20 minutes, his toes go numb. When he finally looks back, his car's hazard lights burn exactly the same size they were before. He hasn't moved. The green exit sign ahead hums faintly. Exit 47. He frowns. He doesn't know there is no exit 47 anywhere near here, or that his phone's carrier name has silently changed to Stay in Vehicle. He turns back toward the car, focuses on the twin red flashes in the distance. The air feels thicker now, like he's walking through something heavy and invisible. His footsteps sound wrong, too hollow, like he's crossing a covered floor instead of frozen ground. After what feels like half an hour, he stops, gasping. The car's lights are still the same distance away, blinking, patient. A low rumble finally cuts through the night, an engine behind him. Relief floods him. A black semi roars past, driver never glancing his way. On the side of the trailer, in dried flaking streaks, two smeared words. Exit 47. They find him at sunrise, less than 20 yards from his car, wandering in a perfect trampled circle. He keeps asking the trooper why they moved the exit, why they turned off the gas station lights. There is no gas station within 50 miles. Later, investigators pull his phone. There's an unsent text in drafts from 1:14 a.m. Why does it say stay on road? The phone had no service. Carrier names can't just change themselves. His words don't make sense to them yet. They will, after they hear about the fishing boat that called for help 7 minutes before it ever broke down. Mark and Tyler grew up on the water. That day the ocean was calm and blue when they took their small fishing boat farther out than usual. Around noon, the fog arrived like a wall. One moment, clear horizon. The next, a closed white room. Their GPS froze. The little boat icon stopped moving. The engine sputtered once and died. The quiet was wrong. Even the slap of waves sounded muffled, distant. Tyler grabbed the handheld radio, voice shaky but joking. "Mayday, mayday. This is the Eleanor Gray. Engine failure in dense fog. Requesting assistance. Static." Then that exact line came back. In his own voice. They freeze. Tyler hasn't pressed the button this time, but his words play back perfectly. Seconds crawl. The radio crackles again. "Eleanor Gray, this is Coast Guard Station 6. Say your position." Mark shouts into the mic, but the line goes dead. Then, at 12:29, the radio comes alive on its own. "Mayday, mayday, this is the Eleanor Gray." Tyler's voice again, repeating his call. The Coast Guard's log later shows they received that distress signal at 12:29 p.m. 7 minutes before Tyler actually made it. The fog thickens. Gray shapes circle just outside their vision. The world shrinks to boat, radio, and breath. Tyler fires a flare straight up. They hear the sharp crack, smell the burning chemicals, but no red glow touches the fog. It's like the sky swallowed it whole. Then, a new voice speaks from the radio, flat and echoing. "Do not follow the sound. Do not follow the lights. Stay in the boat." No call sign, no background noise. Mark demands a name. Nothing. A soft splash on the starboard side. Then another, closer. Tyler leans over the railing. "I think I see..." The voice booms from the speaker, louder now. "Tyler, do not go in the water." Mark grabs him just in time. The water below ripples and a pale shape rises. Tyler's own face, bloated, eyes cloudy, staring up. Dead. Tyler lifts a hand toward living Tyler, fingers almost brushing his. Mark yanks him backward. They slam onto the deck, the boat rocking violently. The thing in the water disappears without a ripple. The radio shrieks with feedback, then cuts to dead silence. When the Coast Guard finally reaches them, they're only a mile from shore, shaking and hypothermic. In the evidence locker, their handheld still turns on by itself at 12:29 p.m. and repeats Tyler's call, plus one whispered phrase, "Stay where you are." Our third story trades water for heat. Mara and Joel choose the desert route for their cross-country trip. Endless straight road, shimmering asphalt, nothing on either side but scrub and sky. The fuel light blinks on way too early. The engine coughs and dies beside a faded green mile marker. 0. No towns in sight. When Mara steps out, the heat hits like a blast furnace. On the horizon, she spots a low building with a tilted sign, maybe a gas station. "We walk," Joel says. "We get water, call a tow." Simple. They don't know yet that nothing out here is simple. They lock the car and head toward the building. The asphalt burns through their shoes, sun hammering the backs of their necks. Sweat stings their eyes. 10 minutes, 20, yet the gas station never seems closer. Mara laughs nervously when they pass another green marker, 0 again. After another stretch of walking, she risks a look back. Their car waits exactly where they left it, but somehow still the same distance away. Between car and station, the road is a strip of repeating nothing. That's when she smells something under the hot tar scent. dry, old like dust on forgotten clothes in a sealed attic. A pickup appears ahead with no engine noise, just suddenly there on the shoulder. An old man leans against the door, eyes hidden behind mirrored sunglasses. The bed is full of luggage, backpacks, suitcases, a child's bright duffel, everything coated in uniform gray dust. "You kids look cooked," he drawls. "Need a ride to the station?" Joel's grip clamps around Mara's wrist. "What station?" The man nods toward the building. From this angle, she can finally read the faded sign. Desert View Service. Closed. She notices a familiar backpack in his truck bed. Same pattern as her brother's. His name still faintly written on the strap. Her brother vanished on a solo road trip 2 years ago. Only his abandoned car was found. "We're not getting in," Mara whispers. The old man's smile stretches too wide, showing too many teeth. "Suit yourselves," he says, climbing in. His truck doesn't drive away. It just starts appearing farther down the road every time they blink, then melts into the heat shimmer and disappears. Joel calls 911. It connects, but there's no ringing, no operator, just a flat voice. "Do not leave the road. Do not enter any structures. Help is on the way." Then Mara hears her own voice echo back through the phone. The call drops into static. When a trooper finally finds their car 3 hours later, it's an oven on wheels. Doors locked from the inside, keys still in the ignition. No footprints in the sand leading anywhere. In dash photos, investigators later spot a faint gray dust on the passenger seat, with the suggestion of fingers pressed into it. 3 stranded stories, 3 impossible warnings. Stay put, stay in, stay on the road. The final story happens in the cold, not the heat. High above a mountain, on a ski lift that should have been empty, shutting down for the night. Lena, Chris, and Maya take the one last run every skier talks about. As the sun sinks, they ride the lift back up. Halfway, the chair shudders and stops, dangling them above dark trees and icy slope. At first they joke, then the floodlights along the run click off one by one. The resort falls into a dim blue twilight. No engines hum, no voices carry up, just wind. Maya checks her phone. No signal. Below, the forest is a black, waiting mass. Then they hear it. The faint crunch of footsteps in snow coming from the empty chair in front of them. Metal creaks as if someone invisible has sat down. The safety bar in front of them trembles. "Probably the wind," Chris mutters, not believing it. Then a voice drifts up from the trees. "Lena." It's her father's voice, impossibly close. "Jump down. It's not far. I'll catch you." Chris grips her arm. "Don't move." The voice calls again, still too perfect. No breath, no strain. Then it changes. "Maya," it says in Maya's mother's tone. "Come down, sweetheart. You're freezing." "Chris," it becomes his brother. "Don't be stupid. The lift's broken. You have to get off." Every version sounds exactly right and completely wrong. The unseen walker crunches through underbrush, sometimes right below them, sometimes along the slope, never visible. The safety bar jolts upward an inch like something is testing it. Maya screams, clinging to frozen metal. The empty chair in front of them begins to sway, slowly, then violently, rocking side to side. The cable groans. A clamp snaps with a scream of metal. The chair swings out over the trees and drops into darkness. Silence slams down. No wind, no steps. Just 3 sets of ragged breathing in the dark. "Do not look down," Chris whispers. "Don't answer it. Don't answer anything." Rescuers finally notice 3 cars left at a closed lift and send a team up at dawn. Lena, Chris, and Maya are half frozen but alive. Power logs say the lift was off all night. Backup generators never kicked in. Yet on security footage, the cable moves, chairs gliding past like normal. At 2:13 a.m., their chair passes the camera. For 2 frames, a 4th figure sits between Lena and Maya, colorless, still, head tilted toward the lens. The audio usually records faint wind. That night, it captures a whisper, distorted but clear. Stay where you are. Highway, ocean, desert, mountain. 4 stranded stories, 4 different prisons. A dead man calling from under the water. A boat hearing its own distress call before it's sent. A road that loops on itself forever around mile marker 0. A chairlift still running on camera long after the power dies. Different places, different victims, the same command repeated through phones, radios, and empty air. Stay in the car, stay in the boat, stay on the road, stay on the chair. Maybe it's a glitch. Or maybe some places don't want you leaving. And something there needs you to wait until it arrives.